Hi, I'm Rena Greenberg. I want to talk to you a little bit today about how important self-hypnosis is in our lives and how important it is to remember to practice self-hypnosis each and every day so we can feel in control of our life and our habits. So often we're being run by just the conscious part of the mind. And the conscious part of the mind always wants to convince us that we're not enough. We don't have enough, we don't do enough, and we aren't enough. And when we're driven by these voices, it constantly causes us to actually increase behaviors that cause us to sabotage ourselves. When the truth is, all you and I are seeking is deep inner peace and freedom. Freedom to live our lives in a way that leads us to true fulfillment. But often it's seeking a moment's pleasure. The pleasure of eating a certain food, the pleasure of reaching for an addictive substance, even the pleasure of getting into an argument and just sprouting out our feelings. It's those momentary pleasures that often end up causing us a great deal of pain in our lives and prevent us from actually experiencing the life we want to experience. And when we practice self-hypnosis, we're constantly reminded to connect back to our center, to our core, to our heart, to the vast power and brilliance of the subconscious part of the mind that can re-inform us of a new reality, shift our perspective, our thinking, so we don't feel so much at the effect of other people, places, and things, but more in control of our life, our habits, our destiny, and most importantly, our choices. Because the most important thing is that we stay motivated to always do the next right thing. We can't change the past, but what we can do is shift our destiny by making the choices that support us in achieving what we ultimately want in our lives. So just a quick little technique that can be very powerful when used on a regular basis to help shift our thinking is to start to gain an awareness of our thoughts. When we hurt ourselves, usually it's because we're acting out unconsciously without awareness. So when we start to become more aware of our thoughts and feelings, which is made a lot easier if we start to write them down, but we can just even gain an awareness by setting an intention to gain an awareness. And if you're having a certain particular thought or feeling which is hurtful, some thoughts and feelings are beneficial. You're feeling good. It's a beautiful day. You think you might clean the closet. That's a great thought, and certainly there's no harm in it. So we don't want to just stop all conscious thinking. But when you're thinking thoughts that are repetitive, that are constricting, that cause you to feel tight and tense and anxious, it's important to start to gain awareness of that. And then begin to flood yourself with something that's bigger than that. We can't get rid of the thoughts. We can't stop that pink elephant from coming back into our minds. But what we can do is focus on something greater. We can focus on nature, a beautiful tree, a loving moment, maybe that we had with a child or even as a child, and begin to fill ourselves up with that. One thing that's easy to do just in a moment's notice is when you notice that there's some kind of thought that's ruminating in your mind, look around the room where you are and focus on any color that's around you. A beautiful color. So let's say you look outside and you see the green grass. I want you to fill yourself with that green. Imagine you can fill yourself up with that green and breathe it into all the pores of your body. And imagine that that green carries the vibration of healing or mercy, compassion, love. So don't try and get rid of the thought, but just bathe it in something greater. A healing energy, a loving energy, a compassionate energy. And just watch as you do that, how your relationship to that thought begins to change. So there's a little technique I just want to share with you. And in the next few days, continue to practice that. Continue to breathe in qualities that make you feel good. Maybe you'll breathe in laughter, joy, friendship, connection, and watch your experience begin to change. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please stay tuned as I'm happy to share your journey with you towards not only losing weight and achieving your ideal weight, because that's more of just a byproduct, but leading a fulfilling, happy, and peace-filled life.